The Article 7 of the Louisiana State Constitution grants us, it protects rather our religious freedoms. We know, and your audience knows, that our inalienable rights are endowed to us by our Creator God, and the Constitution here protects us. We won Friday, May the 13th, 2022, in the Supreme Court victory 5-2 because. Not only because God was on our side, but because we have a great Constitution. And in that Constitution, there is a movement in Louisiana today that wants to erase our Constitution, delete our constitutional rights, and instead move it to a statute which subjects us to 2/3 of the vote in the House of Representatives, our legislature. So let me be clear. Amendment 2 removes the churches and nonprofits' constitutional protections and instead puts them at the statute and then a 2/3 vote of the legislature, which is very easy, whether you're a donkey or an elephant. It's easy for the governor to give you a thumbs up or thumbs down. So what does this mean for us? So a 501c3 is granted federal exemption from taxes, but that also grants you in the state of Louisiana exemption from property taxes. So we don't pay property taxes as a church. So let me pose a thought-provoking question, because already, the mainstream thought is, and the media is, it's now a national story. Well, why should a church be granted preference over a secular institution? If a secular institution has to pay taxes, property taxes, then the church should. Nothing, better to remain silent and be thought a fool than open your mouth.
That's correct.
So, number one, how do you tax what isn't ours? The church belongs to God.
That's right.
Matthew 16:18, it's God's church. 2 Timothy 3:15, it's God's church. Ephesians 5:24, it's God's church. He bled for it. He died for it. Therefore, you can't tax something that isn't mine to begin with. I'm a steward. You're a steward of your gifts, of what God has entrusted to us. One sovereign entity cannot tax another sovereign entity. Now, the church is sovereign. Just like the United States can't tax Australia. They're two sovereign entities. Leave them alone. That's where the church is. We are not equal to secular organizations or entities.
No, sir.
This land belongs to God. I am a steward of what God has entrusted me with.